we have got the Morbid Enterprises Beetlejuice that was sold through Grandin Road back in 2013. This guy is super rare. In fact, I tried looking him up online and there's not a ton of information about this particular Beetlejuice animatronic. So we're gonna set him up and check him out. So let's get after it. So all the parts and pieces aren't labeled as far as having letters or anything like that. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what we've got and then I'm gonna set this guy up. So we've got a base right here. We've got two hands. We've got the torso frame, the left and the right arm, the shoulder frame, the torso ring, and the waist ring, 4 of the leg poles, the power adapter, the pants, the white long sleeve shirt, the striped jacket, the tie, and then finally the head. So let's go ahead and start putting this guy together. Like most of the animatronics, we're gonna start with the base. These directions are just kind of bonkers, to be honest with you. So I might be winging it a little bit with this thing because these directions are not super clear. All right, so I believe that we're gonna start off with these 4 leg poles. What we're gonna start off doing is we're gonna click lock one into each of the poles sticking out of that base. And then we've got 2 more poles then at that point that we're gonna just click lock on top of that. So then we've got these 2 boots. They're actually pretty heavy duty plastic boots. If you look on the bottom, there's a hole there. There's a hole there as well. We're gonna just slide the boots down these leg poles. Whoop. So then it says you wanna slide the pants down each of the legs. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so then we're gonna attach the torso frame. You've got the 2 poles here at the bottom. You're gonna just click lock each of these poles into the top of those leg poles. Then you're gonna take this waist ring and you're just gonna kind of put this over that there. If you look, you've got these kind of prongs here on either side. There's little kind of holes on each side that you're gonna kind of drop that into. So then it wants you to pull the pants up. I want to be honest with you, the elastic on these pants is not good. It's dunzo. So I've actually got a couple of clips that I've put on either side to kind of help hold those pants up. Those pants are not gonna stay up. I can guarantee you that. They're still falling now. So now it wants you to take this torso ring and we're gonna slide that over that there. And if you look, you got these 2 prongs here and there's a couple of holes that it's just gonna kind of set into. That way it kind of gives them a little bit of mass. Now we're gonna take the right and the left arms. If you look, each arm has these prongs here that you're gonna just kind of drop into a couple of holes on each shoulder. Now while you're here, there's also some hookups. We got some wires that we need to hook up here for the arms. Might as well do that while we're here. Now we're gonna take this shoulder frame and we're gonna just secure that to the torso. You can see again, we've got kind of these, just I guess little prongs or poles or whatever, and they're just gonna kind of drop down into that torso. Now we've got the head. If you look, we've got these kind of prongs again here. And at the top of the torso, there's a couple of holes that just kind of set those into. We also have 2 wires coming from the head that we want to hook up while we're back there. So there's some parts that I'm not super sure about there. It says on here that there's 3 wires, a red, yellow, and a black. And all I have are red and black. So I'm not sure where the yellow wire comes into play or what that is. I don't even see a spot where a yellow wire would go. Well, I don't know what this is going to be a fun one because I feel like we're missing stuff. Then there's another part that's just kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just kind of like hanging there and it looks like it's supposed to hook up to some kind of lever and pulley or something, and it's not. I have no idea what that's supposed to hook up to, so that's fun. All right, well, let's put some clothes on this guy. So we've got the white shirt that we're gonna put on him now. Kind of looks like a mad scientist or something right now. I think while I've got him open like that, I think I'm going to put the power adapter and plug that in. So now let's put this striped coat on him. All right, so I had to take the one arm off in order to do this part. And the pants keep falling off again. Now we've got the tie. We're just going to wrap it around his neck. So lastly, we've got the two hands. If you look on the end here, we got these prongs, and on the ends of the arms, there's these plates that have these holes in it that these just kind of set down into. Keep in mind on the one hand, there is a cord that needs to get connected while you're there. So I think that's it. Let's go ahead and plug this guy in, see what he does. It's kind of hard to hear this guy, but let's take a look at him anyways. So some of his mechanics aren't working properly because right here is where the sensor is, and it doesn't seem to want to work every time, even though I've got him hooked up. And now he doesn't want to work at all. Come on, man, wake up. Help me. But he was moving side to side. And he was saying some phrases from the movie. However, the voice box seems to have an issue. Also, if you know whether or not there's supposed to be a yellow cord, throw that out there too, because in the instruction manual, it says that there's supposed to be a yellow cord, but there is not one. I've actually had this guy for a few years. I've just kind of left him as a static prop in a certain area for my Halloween party, so I haven't really had a chance to like turn him on or mess with him. But I feel like when I got him initially a couple years ago that he did work and that his voice box was loud. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Oh, now he's going. I don't even know if you can hear him at all. But he's moves back and forth. His eyes light up. Now he wants to move every time. This is crazy. So now he seems to want to move every time. I will say the actual voice that they used for him doesn't really sound like the actual Beetlejuice from the movie. It's actually pretty bad. I feel like his hair's not crazy enough though. You gotta get his hair up all crazy. Now he really looks like a crazy wild man. So I'm gonna be honest, this guy is pretty cool looking, and out of all of the Beetlejuice animatronics, I think he is one of the best for sure. If you look at his feet, the feet, his boots are kind of this hard plastic, which is really nice. It's not going to be brittle and start falling apart like some of those clown shoe ones are. I am a little disappointed with the elastic on the pants because that seems to be coming apart, and I had to kind of clip that on there. The sensor on his hand doesn't seem to work all the time. It seems to kind of work at its own choosing. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I do like the detail on the hands. If you look at that one, and then this one over here, it's got, a ring on it, which is kind of cool. The way that they did that, they made his hands look kind of dirty. If you look at his face, he's got kind of like that green, like almost like slime or I don't know, sludge or whatever you want to call it. That's kind of around his face, around his mouth area. If you look at his teeth, they kind of look a little rotted out a little bit in a way. He's got the black around the eyes. The eyes typically do light up when this guy's actually working. The hair, I think, could be a little bit better. It's not the best quality, but I certainly have seen worse. So, you know, I guess there's that. So overall, you know, I kind of wish that the animatronics worked and that the voice box, you know, would allow you to kind of hear what phrases he has. On the box, it says that he's 6 foot tall. He's definitely a little bit taller than 6 foot. The box here, you know, he says that he's 6 foot, and then on the side, it says he's 6 foot tall, movie dialogue, and then body sways side to side. So he does have 4 different phrases. They're very, very hard to hear. So overall, I like this guy a lot. I like his overall look. I like a lot of the detail. His hands were really detailed. But I will say this, the animatronics on him are a little wonky. And I'm not 100% sure if that's user error, because there is supposed to be a yellow cord according to the instructions that I just don't see back there. So I don't know if there's one that I missed and I didn't hook up or what. But if you have him and you know of any fixes or have had this issue with him, throw that out there in the comments and let me know. And if you have him, what are your thoughts on him? Do you like him? Is there better out there? Let me know your thoughts on all of that. And until next time, happy haunting. Cheers.